intro, they'll think you have a deep voice.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? It's time for the final countdown. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Yo.
Yep.
The
It is
original
time.
TIKC Walls, Joe Hooters. Tricky Dick, Volcan, Risky Ray, Willie Wishes, yeah, you already know.
That's the boy.
If it's sports talk, we own this game. Let's get it, Ruja. I'm stepping the roof, Rico, ruthless. Yeah, we the truth. Royals looking out. Yeah, we break down the proof. Ain't no sugarcoat, straight shots, no chaser. Casey Watts got the vision. Yeah, call him the pacer. Joe Hooters keep it raw, man. He don't hold back. Tricky Dick with the quick hits. That's on tap. Talk smack better. Hope you got receipts. We got Volcan coming through like a blitz off a beat. At Astro Boys, we don't fold. Cold takes get ice. Hot ones go gold. Talk ball, talk heat, talk smack, get told. If you ain't built for this, then you already know.
All right. Hey, that is our new intro on behalf of the original TI. Nice, TI, nice. Cool.
Yeah, I kind of like that one. We had a couple different versions that we listened to. That one, I like that one a lot.
Yep, I wrote that one while I was in the bathroom.
It's cool.
I bet
Cool.
you did,
I
buddy.
do a lot of things in the bathroom too.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to another episode of the Astro Boys. I am the KC Walton. Over here on my left is Joe Hooters. Over here on my right is the original TI. And way over there, way off the camera, is your darkness. Anissa is here. That's right. Yep. It has been a little bit. You guys didn't do a show last week.
We did, but we're having some issues with
Of
the internet.
course.
And kind of one of them deals. I think it recorded like 16 minutes of the
Yes.
show.
I will say this: it was probably one of our best in-depth updates on the Royals as far as just giving insights.
Yeah, we had a lot of stuff,
Yeah,
man.
we actually prepared scripts and everything that day, and it got better as it went. The funny thing was, I was like, I'll watch the 60 minutes, see if I could put out a short clip. But literally, as Joe is getting right into the good stuff with the questions, right?
Right.
It goes off as Richard's about to answer the first question. So we
Well,
got
we'll
what we got, but we had some lucky live viewers that got to see the whole show. About 4 or 5 of you, so
That
thank you.
happened again?
No, actually, I think I didn't realize this, but it was loading on my phone. I thought it was just my phone, but
Oh.
I think a lot of it. I don't know how much actual live viewers got to see.
I hope it doesn't happen again tonight because we got some good stuff tonight. Yes, we are the Astro Boys coming out live from Kansas, and we too got fined for doing the finger guns. Pew pew.
Man, that was gonna be one of my real quicks, but we
Mine
can.
too.
Oh man, everybody was on top of that one, huh?
Well, I couldn't think of
But-
another intro, so shut up.
But I was thinking, like, of all people,
We too have been tariffed. Oh, but go ahead.
but of all people, this guy is the one doing the finger guns.
He doesn't learn his
Oh
lesson.
my god,
John Morant, if you guys don't know,
Oh,
John
that guy?
Morant, he did it again. Look,
multiple
just
times.
earlier that day, or I think the day before, the NBA said, look, guys, no more of the hand gestures making it look like a gun. What does this motherfucker do after he shoots a three into somebody's ass? It was against Golden State, I believe.
Yeah,
He does the whole double.
yeah.
Double
I think
gun.
that's like a rifle. I
Yeah,
think it's holding
pew,
a, that's
pew,
a machine gun. Yeah.
And
So-
then
Do you think he was trying to make a statement to like buck the the rules, or do you think he just did it because out of natural reaction?
Bro,
Because-
make as many statements as you want. Each one is going to be $75,000. Now you're going to look at yourself in the mirror and think to yourself, how much money do I have?
The problem, this dude thinks he's a gangster or something, but his real name is Clarence.
it is Clarence actually. Like
Where
the
did
movie
Jaw
8 Mile.
come from?
No, it's not Clarence, but it's a fancy. It's like tiramisu or I don't know how you
Tiramisu. I love that.
Yeah. I don't know
Banana
how you pronounce it,
Fosters.
but Clarence's parents also have a real good marriage.
Right.
So,
It was a great upbringing, you
yeah,
know.
He went to a private school.
Yeah, grandma was involved, and he was in the Boy Scouts, and
Yeah.
now
And,
but
he,
he's
his uncle Phil took him in.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And
So
Aunt
I don't know.
His real
Vivian,
name
right?
is Demetrius.
Demetrius.
Tame-
that's
oh.
it. Tiramisu almost. Right?
Well,
Pretty close.
Demetrius,
Pretty
he might
close.
be- never
Demetrius
mind.
Jamel. The jaw
Okay.
comes from his middle name.
Demetrius and Clarence are two different things. So, yeah.
He wants to be a hard ass, so Demetrius is not hard. Jaw Morant.
Ew.
Yeah, I guess Demetrius.
How would you
is
know
a-
he's not hard?
Okay, well, it's just made it weird.
Oh, yeah.
Weird.
All right. Okay. So,
Awkward. No, just-
so that was that. All right. So you guys tried to do a show last week, and we had another issue like we had the time before, where we had a great shit live, but nothing really was recorded where you couldn't watch it again. I hope we fixed that, Ti.
Well, I will say this. I like that Joe took the initiative and he got a signal booster. So instead of just bitching about it, he found a solution. Good job,
Yeah,
Joe.
way to use that
Although-
solution because it's not working right now because
Although, we have to do a little bit more
Oh.
than just plug it
Right.
in.
You can't just
didn't
plug
hook
it
up
in.
yet?
Well,
Nope.
you can't just plug it in, I guess. So I guess
Oh.
you have to do
You
a
have
few
to-
other things.
Yeah, I
Reset the
figured you had to
network.
like set it up and all
Yeah.
that shit. I assumed you had already done that. Okay.
No.
We're at
Dude,
the mercy
You assumed
of,
I brought you the whole box down. It was in the box. It was brand new.
He said, "I
Well-
got something." I was like, "Dude, it's already 7:30.
You
You're
handed me
gonna
the
bring that?"
You handed me the cord and said, "Plug it in."
You
I
had
plugged it
all
in.
week to figure that shit out.
It's all good. It's all good. Look,
appearance
look,
that I'm
right
not
now it's
a
going
big.
good.
I'm not the technical guy.
God damn it! I got
All right,
cramp
so
on
over
my
here
foot.
off to the side behind the scenes, he's gonna take a piss already. Behind the scenes, we got the Royal. And it looks like we're down 2-1. I can't see the.
Yeah, 2-1.
Okay, so it's still 2-1 against the Baltimore Orioles. So let's go ahead and start out with, where is it at? Okay, so we beat Cleveland, right?
Cleveland. Mhm.
And we were 1-2 on that one.
Yes.
And then we massacred the Brewers in
Only
the
one
first
game.
game. And then after that,
No more bats.
Oh, drop.
after that, we lost the second two. We lost the entire series against the Milwaukee Brewers that were giving up double-digit runs to the Yanks and to us. And then I don't know, man. What happened, Joe?
Well, that's a good question. Well, to start off, like rubber games, we were like awful last year in rubber games, and we start the trend off again. 1-1 against Cleveland, lose that rubber match. Same thing with Brewers. But hitting, man, our pitching has been pretty. Starting pitching has been a couple guys been really good. I just feel like
Our pitching was enough
yeah,
for them to get runs to win the game.
Definitely, our pitching was enough. It just, man, some of our players just not coming through.
Yeah.
No,
That-
our
that-
all-stars are not coming through. Salvador Perez is not coming through. I mean, Witt is looking they're
Mediocre.
just off to a slow start.
It's
I
off
mean,
to a slow start. Yeah.
what are we, 500 right now?
No.
2 and 4.
We are
2
2 and
and
4. We are 2 and 4.
What's that?
But
Is that not 500? Am I off of my numbers?
Oh my! Are you? Okay, I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna be nice. 2 and 2 would be 500.
Yes.
Oh, so what are we? Okay.
We're around 300, somewhere in there. But it's
250,
not
yeah,
exactly.
it's like
Yeah, it's
250.
exactly.
Oh, because
250.
it's 6 games. Okay, I was thinking 4 games. Okay.
Yeah.
We're 2 and 4. We're at 2 and 4, but we only played 4 games.
So,
It's all good. I
It's
just
all
wanna-
good.
Where's that outstanding button?
Yeah.
so
I don't know. I don't know him well enough just yet. That's
No,
better. There it is.
No.
Straight
I like
to
the
the point.
outstanding.
Yeah.
no,
Well,
that
it
would
says
be a
it-
smart ass.
Yeah. We'll
Well,
get it
I
later.
know you.
wait.
I know you don't want to be a smart ass to yourself.
Just wait. I
Hey,
run the board.
so real quick, to your point, right? We had some guys that didn't step up, especially in that second game against Milwaukee. We got 4 hits that game, and obviously we didn't
Yeah,
score any
man.
runs.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened in the last game. I know we scored a couple of runs, but do you guys? I mean, what happened with our bats that game?
No, we scored 1 run early, and then their starting pitcher got 19 in a row outs. 19 in a row.
It's like we start off hot in the first and second inning, and then nothing happens after that.
Yeah, man. Yep.
Like, okay, so
Well, I like Jonathan India has started out pretty good.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
been a consistent.
He's been a good spark.
factor.
He's been
Yeah.
getting on base, and I really like that move.
but our 2, 3, and 4 have not
Yes.
been doing much. Pasquatch did okay.
No.
No.
After his 3-run home run in game one,
his opener. Yeah,
That's what I remember.
he's
Right.
now batting 167. So
Now the
No
Sasquatch
bueno.
has been sitting behind the door, just kind of waiting, and he's just sitting
he's
back
just
there. He's
sitting
getting
there,
paid.
man.
He's getting paid, but he's not coming out yet.
he ain't been doing too much. That's for sure.
Are they trying too hard?
I don't know if they're trying too hard. Sometimes, I don't know, man.
Well, look at our whole division, right? So coming into
Yeah,
this
we all
week,
suck.
like every single team in our division is 2-4, right? So thank goodness for that. I was thinking coming into today's game, I know it's very early in the season, but it's like, man, this is not necessarily make or break, but it kind of feels that way because 2-5 is not how we want to start out
No.
the season. 2-5, it feels like, damn, we're
They
going to
start getting into a
struggle
hole.
to get back to 500, right? So really, I think once we get about 10, 11, 12 games into the season, you want to be floating around 500, I think, to feel comfortable. If you don't have more than 4 wins once you get to 12 games, oh man, that's I think kind of a recipe of what we're going to see throughout the season.
I think the month of April is okay. It's the beginning of May, and to be looking at our record is when we can either start panicking or
I
not.
said a lot of baseball people on ESPN and whatnot I've heard they said Memorial Day. And by Memorial Day,
Yeah.
you know who your team is.
Yeah.
It's either you're trying or you're not trying by that time.
What do you think about MJ Melendez? I'm
done.
I'm MJ'd out.
I would like to say, man, I do want to give him a fair chance. We've only played 6 games, but the dude's
Yeah.
like 0 for 11 with 6
but,
strikeouts.
you know,
I actually
I-
wrote his stats down.
You know, he's a Royal player, right? And you know, we're team, right? We're all for the team. We try to wish him the best, but he's already had so many years to do anything, and then he changed up his batting stance or whatever this year.
I did hear that he was changing his stance.
But nothing's happened yet, and this is what happens with him all the time.
So
I mean,
MJ right now at 13 at bats is batting 0.77. And you know who else is?
Yeah, he had that one hit, and to your point,
Yeah.
it was against that in that Milwaukee game where they gave up 11 runs.
Yeah,
mind you.
that's when everybody was hot. Yeah.
Exactly.
But another person, and I'm not, Freddie Fermin has yet to get a hit this year. I know he's the backup catcher. Man, but no hits. 0 for 10 so far.
and Renfro,
Rumpro? Yeah.
and playing the right field, he cannot get anybody out from out there. There's no assist. That arm looks like my arm in the red shirts.
He's
From the
he's
outfield.
declining because he used to have a really
Yeah.
strong arm, but
Right.
I'll say this though, I'd much rather see our bats struggling early on versus our pitchers, our pitching struggling early on.
I agree with that.
So you know that's the one good takeaway I think right now, as our pitch is looking pretty solid.
I love our 7, 8, 9
Yeah.
pitchers. Who is it? Harvey, Ursed, and how you say that guy?
Estevez.
Estevez. Yeah, those dudes.
Estevez.
They have not given up a run yet.
Estevez.
Is it
Whenever-
Estevez or Espedes?
It's
With the P.
EST, like it's Estevez. It's a V.
Oh, okay.
But the 2 pitchers that are struggling is Sam Long
Mhm.
with a 9 ERA and
Mhm.
your boy Zerpa. He has not looked good.
Well, you know, Zerpa's probably going to take it a little bit, but I remember he came in the first game and then he threw out the first pitch and he got rocked.
Yeah.
But people are pretty excited about his shit that he has. I think that was actually a pretty good pitch, but he was against a left-hander. The left-hander just kind of rocked back a little bit and just rocked the shit out of it. So it was a good pitch. He just got rocked. But then after that, I don't know if his confidence was shaken.
So just real quick, MJ is up to bat right now, so we'll update you on what he's doing.
We'll let you know what happens
Yeah.
here in just a moment.
Yeah.
So are we up now 3-2?
Yes.
Yes.
All
Oh,
right.
nice,
So we took the
nice.
lead. We're playing here at home. It's kind of shitty weather.
Yeah, it looks very
It's
miserable there.
misty. It's misty out there. MJ Melendez is up. Let's wish him the best. Come on, positive vibes.
Those crown seats are
here
probably
comes the
cheap
pitch.
tonight.
What's that?
Those crown seats are probably cheap tonight.
Here comes the pitch.
let's-
And now he popped it back again. Okay, it's 1-2. Come on, MJ. So, hey, if you guys want to leave your messages, your quotes there about what you think is going wrong so far with the Royals, and we'll mention it.
Oh, yeah, we'll get back to you.
So
but what,
Seth Lugo.
Seth
Seth
Lugo?
Lugo
Okay.
was spotted. Oh, MJ Melendez? What happened?
Hey,
pop
and
fly.
now, but
Thanks the runner.
No way.
No.
Yeah, at least he advanced. No, he
No,
did not. advance.
Oh, he did not.
He advanced them back to first.
Yeah. Yeah, he goes back to the dugout, take off
Return
his
to
hat,
sender.
and he looks like he's happy with his. What
Do you
he
know who leads the Royals right now in home runs?
did.
I do not know.
Okay. Anybody? Anybody?
Macy?
no. No. Michael Garcia
Oh yeah, Michael.
with the whole two.
Michaelo.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's another player that's been stepping up, and they're
His
wondering
bat-
if it's a flash in the pan.
Yeah, yeah. But he's starting off with a good bat, man. And I know people have been saying, why are we having MJ in our lineup when Garcia's hot right now? We got to take advantage of that bat right now.
Yeah.
I mean, if he's hot, let's ride it.
So let me finish up what I was saying. So Seth Lugo was spotted pitching to kids outside of the Ronald McDonald House. Should we bench him? Did he pull something? Should we ban him from doing such a thing? What is wrong with that guy? Am I right?
Yeah, no, I'm not going to
No.
agree with you. But
Crazy.
you
Could
think
have pulled something.
he overexerted himself a little bit too much there?
Yeah, throwing one of those wiffle balls. I mean,
Oh,
you
those
could
are
have
tough
Tommy John
sometimes, man.
surgery. Come
Those
on,
are
man.
tough.
Doing it for the kids. Come on. Just trying to show off out there.
It's almost like
Oh,
women's sports.
drop.
Oh.
It did drop.
Did it?
Yep.
All right.
Isabel
all
just
right.
did a little blooper out there, right midfield, and yeah. Well, we got Michael Garcia on third and Isabel on first. It's still one out, right?
Two.
Oh,
But,
son of a bitch. Oh, that's right, MJ.
I know we didn't
Thank
get
you,
much
MJ.
of the podcast recorded last week, but we did get the story of the bobblehead.
Not nice.
I sold Anissa's
I don't have a
bobblehead.
bobblehead.
Oh, the bobblehead. Did you guys?
Yeah.
I
that's what
came out
forgot
of the
to ask.
bathroom and he was like, "I sold your bobblehead," and I thought he was joking.
And did you guys go and buy another one?
What bobblehead?
No,
Oh,
What
you
bobblehead?
didn't hear the bobblehead story. Okay, I mean,
actually, did you
just
find
tell me
that?
the
Did you
bobblehead.
find- did you-
Which
did you find the
bobblehead?
money?
it's a Bobby Witt bobblehead.
It's a Bobby Whip. It
Oh.
was a special one
was
that they
for
were selling
$75.
for $75.
So here's the story, Waltz. So there's this
I don't think I want to hear
bobblehead
it. Let's go ahead and move on.
it's for $75. Okay, we'll move on.
Yeah, you sold it, and she didn't know. Great, but she made $75. All right, got it.
It's funny how the first time I told you everybody was very positive and it was very fun atmosphere. Now we got the person that only wants to talk about himself in the middle. So it's like, yeah, it's just everything.
I went to the doctor today,
Oh, God.
and I went to the dentist.
Oh man, it says all of them. I thought it was like
It
a
does. Yeah,
different
you know,
button.
we can fix that actually.
No, but I like how he said, "I went to the doctor," and you were like, "Good." yeah.
That would have been better.
Yeah. So then I went to the dentist, and
Man, you had a full day. Did
I
you go
had
to
a
work?
fucking full day. Yeah, I went to work too, man.
You went
It
to
was
work.
a shitty day.
You went to the doctor, and you went to the
The doctor
dentist?
told me all kinds of fucked up shit. Then I went to work. I was all kinds of fucked up shit. Then I went to the dentist. I got 2 fucking cavities. I got to come back to cavities. I'm 49. Who still gets cavities at 49?
You?
That's a funny story because I got my first cavity at 49. Actually, 48. I'm not 49 yet.
Aren't you fat and 49 now?
No.
No.
So that was like
in
nothing
July.
wrong?
In July.
Oh. Then how'd you get your first cavity at 49 then?
Well, that's why I corrected myself.
You
I
big
said not
dum-dum.
49, 48.
Big dum dum.
All right, we need to break this up. We gotta break that up. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So are we still talking about the Royals? All right. So
Well,
what do we
what-
need to do to fix it?
Anissa, what do you got on the Royals? What's your take on the Royals right now?
It's early. They'll get it together. I always have faith.
Don't ask Anissa shit. Why
I know.
can't
I'll just say what I feel like
fuck
saying
him?
when
What
I
do you
say
think?
it.
All right. Okay. But she has opinions, right? They're allowed to vote now. All right, Ken. Fuck, man. Nobody asked you to call in. All right,
Ken would
Denise.
have loved your shirt tonight. I'm sad he's not here.
I know, right? What do you think about Casey Current?
Okay.
Never
This is why you're not allowed to touch my.
Casey. Well,
If
okay.
Ken was here, I would have the Final Four on instead of the women's Final Four. I'm gonna go over there and choke you out.
So are we done with the Royals, man? I think
Well,
I
what do
think
you
we'll-
guys think?
I think we'll get it turned around. I
I
do
think
think we have some
Very
solid
early.
players. It is
Yeah.
very early.
You got a good manager.
I think our pitching has been pretty strong with a couple exceptions. So I think we got it. We got the blueprint. We just have to.
I think
Plenty of
Bobby,
time.
yeah,
Plenty of time.
Bobby Wood will settle in, right? And then once he settles in, the team, I think, will
So-
start to inspire the team, and they'll come together.
Well, here you want to say Bobby Wood's not having a good start, which he's not having a great start, but
Right.
he's hit.
But you know
He's
what?
gotten a hit at 6 out of
Right.
7 games.
But
That's I
That's
mean,
good.
come on, man.
that's all right. But you know what I think about Bobby Witt?
I gotta agree with that,
Yeah.
buddy. I gotta agree
So
with
he'll
that.
he'll be just fine. He'll be just fine.
Yeah.
All right. So transition.
I mean, did you want to talk real quick about soccer? You got the KC Current on that. We kind of mentioned that real quick.
They're undefeated.
Yep,
That's all I gotta say.
Who's your
And
They're
then-
favorite?
kicking ass. Chawanga is my favorite player.
There you go,
Chawanga.
Chawanga.
Then
Chawanga.
Chawanga.
this is a little bit more I wanted to talk about on the opposite side.
If you play it,
On the opposite
playing.
side, Sporting KC is struggling and has fired their coach, and I don't know. What they're
So
doing.
Sporting KC,
Long time coach.
they
Sounds like a scandal.
they once again, like the last few years, have started out slow and are not looking good. And so Peter Vermees has been asked to leave. You know what was fucked up? So there was a letter from the Cauldron, from
Right.
all the fans, and they have an actual union. They have an actual group that always, protest or support or whatever. So they sent out a letter to Sporting KC. They said, "Look, this is fucked up." Let me paraphrase. Everything's fucked up for the last few years. Everything's fucked up. You know what? We love Peter Vermees. He brought us 2 championships, but I think it's about
Right.
time for us to move on. I'm just saying. That was from the Cauldron.
Sometimes it's time to move on.
Sporting KC literally about like the next day said, "All right, I hear you. You know what? Because you're right. You do spend a lot of money. You do spend a lot of time. You do spend a lot of effort to come out here to cheer us on for what?" Okay. So they sat down with Peter Vermees, like, "I think it's about time." And he's like, "All right, sure." It's not over for him. He's going to go to another place.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. And he's very successful. So I wish him well. But I think, yeah, you're right. It was about time to move on. And we have an interim coach right now. So I'm sure they're looking for somebody, but not looking very good. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's the quick 2 cents on the KC soccer situation.
Yep. Okay. All right. So,
That means you can talk, Anissa. What do you gotta say?
fuck off.
Oh, okay. So I guess we're ready to move on to a little bit of Chiefs news. I got a couple of things. You guys got any things?
The Chiefs. Oh, what you got? What you got?
This is
Sounds terrible on the ears.
okay. So apparently the Chiefs, the Hunts, the Clarks, went to the other owners. They're in a meeting. And they were like, "Hey, man, we love Christmas. I think it'd be a great idea if we play every Christmas from here on out." So the Chiefs are going to play for every Christmas. Now you're a season holder. Anissa,
Oh,
you're a
goodness.
season holder. What do you guys think about that? Is that a good idea?
I haven't minded it.
Minded it.
I have not. Minded
I would say this.
It doesn't. It doesn't bother me.
It doesn't really bother our situation.
Yeah.
But you can tell that the crowd is not the same on Christmas Day. And there's some holes in them seats out there on Christmas Day. It's mind a Christmas Day every once and again, but every Christmas?
Yeah, I think every Christmas is excessive, right? They're trying to be like what the Detroit Lions on
Cowboys.
Thanksgiving, or the Cowboys on Thanksgiving too.
The Cowboys play every Christmas as well.
Oh,
so,
Christmas, okay.
yeah. And Thanksgiving. I mean,
That's a thing
we're
people
trying
play
to become
Thanksgiving.
America's team.
Yeah, that's what they're going for. You know why? Cowboys are downhill. Nobody cares about them. Everybody is excited and waits to watch the Kansas City Chiefs, and that's what they're going for. They're going for the money. The Hunts are going for the money, and I don't know, man. I don't care. I mean, on Christmas Day, I'd rather just, I don't know, be chilling or whatever.
I
But
mean,
okay.
I feel they're
But-
trying to build their product.
But if
which
we
is the Chiefs.
if we play on Sunday and then Christmas lands on a Tuesday, does that make sense?
It's always and that was our schedule a lot this year. We had a lot of weird dates and times, and I think we played every day but a Tuesday.
And are we going out of the country?
Brazil
Yes,
game one is supposed to be Brazil.
Oh fuck! I don't know why they're doing Brazil again. They did Brazil last year, and there was nothing exciting about it. There was nothing cultural about it. There was it
The
didn't
people
even
there
make
didn't
sense.
like it.
The field looked terrible, and then there
Did,
was.
did they sell out or no?
I'm pretty sure they're sold out, but there was.
Okay.
I don't know if this makes sense. So when they go to other countries, Germany, whatever, it's like a big deal. They'll go to the local bars and pubs, and there's like a
It's
bunch
got
of
good
fans.
aesthetics. Yeah.
Brazil, it wasn't the same vibe.
Obviously, they're trying to push it because they're going back. I mean, they're trying to push it all over the world. They're trying to get
Yeah.
more countries you're in, the more money you're going to make.
They should go to Afghanistan. Give them a chance.
Well, okay,
Yeah.
that's a good one. Waltz, you're on top of it today.
Ti,
buddy.
what are you doing?
Looking
Stop
at my
touching the
soundboard
board.
over here, buddy.
Damn,
Just do your show. Why are you
We-
worried about me hitting
we-
buttons?
that's
we
who
can
it is.
we can tell that Waltz has had a rough day today.
No,
he's,
right.
he's
It's
very
continuing.
he's very crabby, man. He's very like, yeah. See, he's making the crab moves and stuff. Yeah, okay, buddy.
Don't make me take it on them.
Don't get your blood pressure going up too
Yeah.
much.
I already
All
taken
right.
10
probably
milligrams.
Up the dosage.
Oh man. Yeah.
And they tell me I had high cholesterol. You believe
Yes.
that? You believe that shit?
You should hit just the girl
Me. Oh yeah.
whenever she talks.
Oh, now it's a little.
No, what?
Yes, believe me.
It's supposed to be don't stop. I'm not gonna stop eating tacos. Damn it, Ti.
What you do?
Better start exercising.
Oh yeah, good idea.
Oh, softball's coming up.
All right. So
Oh,
yeah, speaking of,
yeah.
wait, we can't transition yet. The red
Oh,
shirts have
yeah,
its own.
Yeah,
Okay.
Back to football. Back to football.
Back to football. Okay, so Hardman goes to the Packers, and then we signed. Who was that yesterday?
Who
or
was
safety?
Oh, Hardman.
Edwards.
Edwards. We signed Edwards. Good sign. He's a veteran, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't fancy. It wasn't flashy. It was fine.
Did we do we know a number? What was his what did he make? What did he get?
Over 1,000.
Over 1,000. I will believe that one.
Yep. Let's see. And then the rule changes. In OT, they all decided that everybody gets a possession.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Both
Yeah.
teams get a possession.
Wasn't that way last year?
No,
It was not.
it was not.
If you got the ball first and scored a touchdown, it was over.
Oh, so now.
But if you
okay,
scored a field goal,
then they
then
got
they-
the percent.
no.
Okay, but now if they get a touchdown, you still have the opportunity to come get a touchdown. Okay,
Yes.
right,
I
right.
didn't know that.
So, would you go for two?
If the other team had scored a touchdown and then you got the ball back on your possession, you scored a touchdown, and would you go for two?
Depending on the scenario, I guess, or would you go for two?
Yes.
Just to win the fucking game. Let's do it.
They say when you're on the road, you go for two. When you're at home, you kick the field goal or you
Also-
kick the extra point.
I would think it would depend a lot about where you're at in the standings. Like, do you need that win to move into the get into the playoffs?
Yeah.
Or are you like, I'm good with the tie. We got the number one seed anyway.
Or you like the Lions and say, fuck it, we're going to do it no matter what.
The Lions, I guarantee, is probably going for it, right? They're going. That's their motto these days. We're
Mm.
going for two no matter what.
Your darkness?
I would always go for two.
Tits.
She always blurts out. Why? She has Tourette's over there.
I don't.
Tits?
That's you, Ti.
Ti turnovers.
I already said.
Oh, no, you said a stat. You didn't say what you would do.
I said that if it was at home, you kick the extra point. If you're away, then you go for two.
All right, Joe, what was the other rules that they
So
wanted to
one of
come
the
up
other
with?
rules is no more CeeDee Lamb nose swipe.
Yeah, the whole nose swipe.
I don't know.
Like you got snot. What if you got snot? Like because sometimes it gets cold. And you got snot. You're like, achoo. You just lick it
Oh,
on
so
your
he was doing
partner.
something that they thought was disgusting, and they wanted out of the game.
No, that
so
was-
this is
that
what
was
they do.
his-
They do this shit. What
That's
is
his
that
celebration
anyways?
because he does this and then first down. I don't have no idea.
But what is so offensive about that? And he said,
I don't know.
did
What
anybody
is
say?
what does he do?
The whole nose
is, yeah.
swipe. Are you paying attention? Get off
No.
your phone.
I'm not.
Yeah. The whole nose swipe after it.
It must not be loud
First
enough on her headphones. Turn her
down.
headphones up.
Do
Must
not
be-
turn it up.
It must not be loud enough. in her
There we go.
headphones.
Can you hear us now?
Now I'm gonna have to scream.
Okay, the other one
Here's what it
was-
says. Hold on, real quick. The nose wipe celebration in football, since we were talking about it, was popularized or
The
was
Sasquatch.
by CD Lamb, right? It said Jeff's. It doesn't say what the hell it was for. Never mind.
Thank you, Ti, for
Oh
that
no, it
update.
does. It does.
Oh,
Hold on,
no,
hold on.
he reads
It's an
more.
association
He
with the
reads
gang
further.
sign, specifically the Bloods. and its potential to be interpreted as a violent or sportsmanlike act. So that's what it is. So they're saying that it's connected to the Bloods. I've
Okay.
never in my life have heard of the Bloods
Yeah.
doing
So
this.
I just looked
Never
up
in a
on Twitter.
movie,
Twitter says
never
it's a
online.
violent gesture.
It is a violent
okay.
gesture?
Silly.
Okay. Other one is the kickoffs. If you kickback or touchbacks, you get it at the 35.
Yeah, they moved it or something, right?
Yeah,
They moved it again,
Moved up to the 35.
and then
The tush push was
The tush
not.
push.
It was not outlawed, but it was put on the shelf. They say
it's put on the shelf.
so they
Good.
can go back and revisit that. And I feel like at some point that is going to be.
Let's talk about that real quick.
okay.
So, what do you think? Is it a punishment because somebody's really good at it, or is it a cheat?
I think it looks too much like rugby when they do it, and this is NFL football. It's not rugby, right? So if you're doing a bunch of tush pushes, that's more of a rugby style type football right there. So
But
that
if
for me
you're,
is a good enough reason.
but if you're on offense and you're at the goal line, and then your running back kind of gets stuck, and then your offensive lineman picks you up and throws you in the end zone, that counts. So,
So in the NFL you can do that, but in I know in high school you cannot. You cannot do that in high school.
So here's a good point, right? So let's say that they outlawed the tush push. Does that mean no more quarterback sneaks?
No, that means that I think what
No,
they're,
that
what they're
means-
outlaw that someone can't go back
That's
behind
what
them.
it
and
is.
push
Yeah,
them.
no
tush
push. So
push,
you can
that's-
quarterback sneak just as
okay.
long as nobody touches your ass and pushes you over.
Yeah, that's what's gonna go. That's what that will be. And either way, I don't care. I don't. It's not a big deal either way. If they outlaw it, cool, whatever. If not, who cares? Like obviously here in Kansas City, we never quarterback sneak, so it never matters.
Well,
Yeah.
and then
Don't matter to
we
us.
stopped them twice on a
Yeah,
drive
yeah,
with
yeah.
their little stupid push. Push.
yeah,
Yeah. We don't care about that. All right. Any other NFL news?
Well, one thing I did kind of want to talk about. So I know you guys were on the Big Modcast last week.
Yep.
Talking a little bit about Shador Sanders and how you guys thought.
Oh,
he
you
was-
want to talk about the draft?
Yeah. I mean, just a little bit.
Yeah.
To him, because I know you guys were not very high on Shador there.
I think it's a fine young gentleman. Plays some pretty good, solid football out there for the organization in Colorado. No, just playing.
Yeah. No, and I think you're right. Now I think he's a pretty good quarterback. I don't know if he's going to come in and be elite, but I do think he's going to get drafted high.
Yeah, he will.
Because teams reach for quarterbacks, and somebody is going to reach for him. That was the only point I wanted to make on that.
Yeah,
Teams
I
reach.
I might have went a little bit too strong saying that if he didn't have the last name Sanders, that he wouldn't be in the top 10. He still would potentially be in the top 10.
You know, but that
but
was
he
a
won't
good,
go in the
no,
top
no.
3 though.
I like that outlook you had there, because if his name wasn't Sanders, if he wasn't Dion's,
We really don't know what it would be.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think we know who he was, but I don't know.
It wouldn't be the same type of hype. There's no way.
It would not be the same type of hype. Absolutely not.
Who's who we're
Just like
thinking?
Bronny James. Perfect. Just like Bronny James.
Oh,
If
yeah,
Bronny
yeah,
James was Bronny somebody else.
But Bronny James is not on that level.
But I will say this real quick.
Shador Sanders
Bronny's
is
playing better right now,
definitely-
but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, Shador Sanders is definitely legit. He's definitely going to play quarterback somewhere in the NFL. But I don't know if he's. Yeah, I mean, he has a lot of hype. But
so
Bronny, we knew he wasn't going to be nothing good.
okay, so
Well,
let's
no, we'll talk
so
about
the
that
over under him in the draft getting picked up, it's at 9. So either in the 9th round or above, or
The ninth pick.
Ninth pick.
yeah, sorry, 9th pick or before in the first round.
Oh,
I think
that's
he's
a
going.
no-doubter
He's
before.
going top 5. He'll go top 5 for
Top
sure.
5,
For
yeah.
sure.
So they're thinking Raiders or the Cleveland Browns.
I think if the Raiders have a chance to grab him, the Raiders snatch him up. Like
they would
that's-
do something
that
stupid
fits
like that.
perfect for an organization.
Do you
like the
guys like
Raiders.
him?
It's
Do you
a
guys-
flashy
I mean, do you think he's a really great player in college, and then over here he'll
Shador?
bust?
I think he's a really good player in college. I think we'll see in the NFL. I think a lot of times it's freaking a roll of dice if the quarterback's going to be good in
Yeah.
the NFL or not.
I think that he's an exciting prospect to watch, and I think that's one of the things about it. When he comes
said
into
it.
the league, right? Everybody, whether he's going to be good or not, everybody's anticipating. So right now, he does feel like, hey, that he's that guy. Whether he's good or not, it's a good market move for a team, right? If they pick him up and he ends up paying off, like damn, they hit a gold mine. So he's worth the risk.
So I watched him play because he was pretty exciting. I did like how he played, but I couldn't tell if he was a field general. I couldn't tell if he was a pretty good leader or a good locker room guy. Do you guys know?
I don't know, but
I know.
to what Tony said about prospect, that's what he is, a prospect. We don't. You know, like it's kind of like Patrick Mahomes when he came out when we drafted him.
Yeah.
What did you guys think about him? We're like,
We was kind of like, oh,
I didn't know shit about him.
In the first
Yeah.
round, okay.
well, we'll see.
I don't remember
We'll
he
see.
kicked KU's ass.
I remember thinking like he's got a cool name. That's like pretty dope
Yeah,
name,
yeah.
marketable. But
But for someone like when Peyton Manning came out, we're like, oh, that's a no doubter. That's a
Yeah,
can't
yeah, yeah.
miss. So he's not a can't miss. But I think he's gonna probably be. I think he'll get drafted. Probably be a middle of the road quarterback. And
do you
in the
think it
NFL.
matters though too that he did have the best wide receiver in Travis Hunter, right?
That definitely makes a
So-
difference.
So right. So is it like, did that make it easier for him, or maybe does that make it harder because he has
No,
to
no.
deal with the Travis Hunter?
So that's a big difference because look at like say Alabama, who have some of the best wide receivers ever come out of there, and then they have these quarterbacks that come in the NFL and not very good because they had the best wide receivers ever in college, and now they come
yeah,
to the NFL,
and they make them look better than what they maybe are.
yeah,
Is what you're
yeah.
saying?
Yeah, they were like, let me just throw this up, somebody will go get it. And,
Yeah, so I'd be interested to go back. I haven't looked at it, but to see what games that he's played without Travis Hunter to see what those stats look like.
yeah, because there was some games because Travis Hunter was hurt for a little bit.
Yeah. We'll look that up for the next.
So
show.
where you think Travis Hunter is going to end up?
Number one,
Who has the Titans have the number one pick, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Titans need a like they don't have a wide receiver. Like they don't have that star.
Is he going to be more a wide receiver or more cornerback?
Dude, they're not gonna. I don't think he's gonna play both. Like that's dumb. There's too many athletes in the NFL for you to try to
So,
be playing both
okay,
sides of the ball
right.
because
I get that.
injuries and whatnot. That's just. I think that the days of playing on both sides in football is over.
So do you think he'll be mainly a cornerback and then run a few offensive plays?
No, he's gonna be nothing but a wide receiver.
Oh, is that the outtake? Is that what people are saying?
No, that's a TI guarantee.
Shit.
I'm telling you right now.
She put the good.
Yeah.
No, not that one. That's only
Yeah,
when I need. That's
that's
only
right.
when Nisa talks.
Or when Ken says something.
yeah, especially when great.
He's all that.
Oh man, yeah.
Anissa,
Yes.
so what do you think we should be picking in the first round?
Okay.
I haven't thought about that.
This is
Offense-
why.
no. You can't just catch me off guard. I was just checking.
Where do we
what do
need
you
help
think?
at?
Let's see. Offensive line.
Sure.
That's a good
solid.
solid.
On what
Um,
side?
The fuck off.
But I think we talked about this
Like
before,
left
right?
tackle, I think.
We're gonna pick what
What it's best
it matters
available.
where we're at, right?
Like 30
30th.
something, whatever.
Right.
30, 31. 30, how many teams are there? Like 31, 32.
So I hate to say,
42.
and we talked about this
31.
before. We don't want to waste our first round pick on on an offensive line at number 31, right? You go out,
Right.
we got to grab that in free agency. Probably going to look at either if there's a great receiver on the board. They always need running back, so we know we're going to be looking at that. But obviously, probably the defensive side of the ball, maybe the secondary
I
would be
think-
my other.
I think we are the victim of our own success, and
Oh,
this is why
definitely.
we're going to be picking second to last.
Second to last. Yeah.
So what happens is, we're just going to have to accept the fact that left tackle is going to be another old veteran. We're going to try our best to look for somebody else, and so I say, and I agree with Ti. I think it should be by then the best player on the field, or in the
Player available.
available. I don't think we should be trading up or whatever unless they think it's a good idea. But where is that? There's that one pretty kick-ass tight end. I forgot which team he was, but he looked pretty good.
Coming
I
out
don't
this
know.
year?
Was it Cincinnati? Not Cincinnati.
Not since.
Yeah, coming out this year. He's
Now there's supposed to be, from what I heard, quite a few good tight ends coming out in the draft this year. Is that right?
Sure.
Oh, sure. All right.
Sure.
So,
I heard the quarterback
confidence
sucked,
over
but
there.
I would
Gotta find out
say
where I heard
I hope that we set our roster up so we can pick the best available. But I do know that we need a lot of defensive linemen. Like our whole defensive line. I think the only one that stayed was like Chris Jones. Everyone else kind
I
of
think we resigned. He came back.
Who?
Pernell.
Oh, what's his name? Minihu.
A minute who
Yeah,
we
Minihue.
resigned him.
And we got him for cheap, like 3.7 million.
That was good. That was good
That was
because
an awesome signing for us.
he didn't do a lot last year
Because he
you
was
know?
hurt a lot.
Ooh,
and
nice catch.
And
there,
when you're
Lugo.
hurt a lot, man, it's kind of like we got to take a wait and see attitude because we don't know
So-
if you're.
and he was kind of running his mouth. He thought he was getting a big contract. No, sorry, buddy.
He
Sorry, buddy.
he probably found out behind those closed doors that it wasn't what he thought it was going to be
Right.
in the open market.
That's why he did. He tested it. He came back 3.7 million. Man, that's a heck of a deal.
It's not like he did much, anyways.
But he was hurt a lot. I think he had the suspension too. That was last year.
Yeah.
Right? No, that was the first year.
Here's
He
the
was
thing,
suspension.
I do think that they're getting smarter, making some not all teams, right? But some of these teams are making smarter moves where you're just, you're not going to go always get paid based on your past success. I think if we go back about 10 years ago, there's a lot of guys, older guys that we've seen that got these big fat contracts. It was based on them in their prime, right? So I think that we're starting to see it level out a little bit, unless you're obviously like Christian McCaffrey or one of the main stars. I think it's tough sledding for these guys out there.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Christian McCaffrey, man, the 49ers, man, did they lose? They lost a lot of players. Dude. They're not going to be good next year.
Probably.
Who else lost a lot of players?
They lost, like, a lot of.
Oh, KU.
Oh yeah, okay. That's our
That's
next
a good
topic.
transition, actually.
That's a good, yeah.
Everybody hang on now. Everybody hang on now. Let's see here. What'd you do with the Rock Chalk Jayhawks?
Man, just like that, man. Just
Oh,
like
man.
that.
I got rid of it on accident.
Oh boy.
Put that
Son
back.
of a fat
Just do your Bill self impression.
No, why
Do
would you
not.
fucking say that?
Why would you say that?
I malfunctioned.
I don't know. We lost a lot of players, but
Only because I knew it would make them quit bitching about the fact that I took it off of the machine. Is really what it's all to do as impression.
Rock Chalk JHKU.
Yeah, that sounded like it.
So yeah, so
All right.
I think we have like 3 players on our team right now.
We're like, who's playing? Who's gonna play next year? Everybody's gone. They burned the fuck out. And you're right. I think it's only 3.
it's the new guy, the big time recruit coming in, Peterson. Then we have a Tiller who was he redshirted. He was like a pretty good recruit last year,
Yeah.
but he redshirted.
And there's that All-American McDonald's All-American.
Oh, man.
Marco Jackson.
Is KU losing its shine? That's the
No.
question.
Well, it is, but here's the real problem: is
You just hate
NIL.
KU.
No, I don't. No, these are legitimate
No.
questions.
No, yes, because college basketball is different. It's changing out of control. The NIL, because even Flory, how do you say things? How do you say it? Flory?
Flora.
Well, I don't know. But
Ubaduggy?
yes, him.
Ubadibidoo.
He might come back, but he put his name in the portal to see how much money he can get. So now it's just all about who's going to pay me the most next year. So players are going to be on the move every year. And I think they should at least sign a contract like 2 years. Okay. And if you transfer to somewhere, you can't transfer the very next year.
What happens is
You would do the same thing.
Huh?
You would do the same thing.
Well, yeah, I
But
would. Absolutely.
it's not good for the sport of college
No.
basketball.
No.
We're saying
you
overall,
have to
in the long
settle
run.
down somewhere for at least 2 or 3 years to get used to the system, to get used to your teams. You need a team that has veterans on there. It doesn't have to be the 4 years, which would be great, but at least 2 to 3 years. Everybody's hopping around after 1 year. If it doesn't work, let's go to the next one. If it doesn't work, let's go to the next one. How can you have any
but
kind of
look how awful-
chemistry?
Look how awful we played. There was like no
Why?
chemistry. They
Yes.
didn't.
There's no
Because they
chemistry.
just got there.
and
Here's
And they burned out.
and two
They're,
of the
they're young.
players-
They're just assuming they probably go somewhere else and try it. Like,
Yes,
they don't
and
know.
2 players that we paid for, Store and Griffin, came in and they didn't do shit because they didn't try that hard because they knew it. Like, well, fuck it, I'll
Because
just transfer
you-
out next year.
Because you
here's-
have to let it marinate
Yeah.
for 2 or 3
They're
years.
young. They
You
just want
can't
the money.
So here's something that's interesting. So was this rule change made to benefit the players, or was it really made to benefit the advertisers? I'm just curious if anyone's ever thought about it, because I was sitting here thinking about it. I guarantee, I bet you it's to benefit the advertisers. They set this up in a way to where I bet you
So they
if
can
this-
officially put their name with this person.
with certain people, it just allows them to move around and market different
Right.
people. They
So
don't get
here's-
stuck with certain people
So
in different
here's-
markets.
Here's a certain situation. Cooper Flagg, who's signed with New Balance, he does New Balance commercials right now, but Duke is a Nike school. So he has to wear all Nike stuff during Duke games. And Nike tweeted out after one of his games, he scored 30 points. He was like, it said, powered by the swoosh.
Smart, powered by the swoosh.
So,
Fuck New
but
Balance.
he signed with New Balance. And I mean, obviously, when he goes pro, he'll be on New Balance guy. But right now, yeah. But I think you might be right, advertisers, because now they can put Cooper Flagg in a commercial right now. Where
exactly.
in previously you could not do that. So yeah, I see that angle. I mean, they're gonna to play it like it's for the kids. Oh,
Yeah.
that's what these kids wanted, man. This and that. Like, man, whatever.
I think it was already
Exactly.
happening anyways.
Because believe
Oh,
me, they
yeah.
wouldn't do it for the player. I hate to say it, they would not do that for the players. They just wouldn't.
I mean, everything happens for a reason, right? Like someone is going to make a dollar somewhere.
Yep.
It's
Your
all about
boy,
the dollar bill.
Your boy Nojo's giving you some love.
Who's that?
Nojo.
Oh, my man. My man.
So I'm
There
watching
you
the
go.
Royals game.
There's some. He's on the game.
I'm watching the Royals game back there, and they were showing the crowd, and you see a bunch of dogs out there. It's dog day, I guess. I hate that shit.
Dog day where?
I hate when
At the K.
anywhere
Anywhere I go to the K. I'd afraid,
lot of
I'd
people
be
do
afraid
that.
my dog would run off.
Yeah, a
it's
lot of
called
people do.
Bark at the Park.
Yes.
It's clever. Bark at the park. Remember that one time, Joe? Since you were a dog granddaddy, or what they call you?
That'd be
Well, that
terrible.
was
Like,
different because I had to go get the dog so they could go to the game.
But what they call you? They call you a dog
The dog-
grandfather, or
no, the dog father.
The dog father? I don't know. I don't remember.
I
what
don't
they call
remember
me.
either.
It was
but,
like the grandpa version of dog or something. Oh, it was so stupid. They were like, "Oh, are you grand dog?
yeah. Are you here to pick up your grand dog?
Are you here to pick up your grand dog?
That's
What
what
the
it was.
fuck is that?"
I think that
You
did
were like,
actually
"What?"
happen.
It did, and you were like,
I
"What?"
did have to
Oh,
pick
yeah.
up the
No,
dog.
I think it was
That's
Teresa's dog
No,
or
no,
something
that
like
was
that.
something we literally made up when he was
Yes.
talking about picking up the
Yes.
dog, which was pretty fucking
Well,
funny. by the way.
I did have to pick the dog up. That did happen. But
And then Walt actually said, "Oh, so you go to pick up your grand dog?"
Oh, that's so fucking stupid.
It is stupid.
Yeah, at the
It's
Renaissance Festival, they
stupid.
do that shit too. I'm like,
Could
no,
you imagine though,
just-
dude? So,
no,
so you
get
take
away.
your dog out there to what at the Kauffman Stadium, right? And then your dog gets mauled by another dog. Terrible idea. I wouldn't trust like just random people bringing their dogs
I don't
out.
want to take
I
my
would go
ghetto
to a-
ass dog there.
I would go to an established dog park where there's responsible. No, never mind. I'm gonna shut up. But
Cinnamon, down cinnamon.
Why don't you use your own dog's name?
that is a-
Chacho?
that
You
is a
know what he
dog.
said, Chacho? Because I don't have to say shit. Like, damn it, Chacho. Ooh. Yeah, he's an idiot.
yeah, he takes after his father.
I am a dog dad. All right, what were we talking about?
KU.
Damn, that was a long time ago. Okay, all right,
Yeah.
okay.
There wasn't nothing much exciting stuff to say about KU. That's why it felt like it wasn't much, right?
So-
we moved on to Cooper Flag pretty quick, so that's where we left off at.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and stick with the Final Four. What's
Okay,
the
yeah.
bets? What's going on?
So we got Duke playing Florida, which people are saying that is the national championship game. Those are two big powers.
Yep.
Man, I
Let's
have
go,
Florida.
Florida.
Have them in my bracket, so I have to
Yeah.
pick Florida.
I have two brackets. So I have Florida, and then I have Dookie Boys.
Oh, so that game doesn't even matter to you.
I got Duke. I'm just on the Cooper. I'm
Oh.
on the Cooper Flag bandwagon.
I will say Duke, man, if they could play defense like they played against Alabama, they're gonna be national champions.
I'd love to see it. It'd be a great send off for Cooper Flag.
All
Great
right.
send off.
So here you're having the championships, and who's winning?
Well,
Duke.
Auburn and Duke. Or I want Auburn and Florida, but
So who's your
Houston's-
winner?
I have two still, and one of mine I have Florida, and then the other one I have Auburn.
Houston's gonna beat Auburn. Yeah, for sure.
No, they're not.
And then I have Florida all the way. Florida over Duke, Houston over Auburn, and then Florida over Houston.
That's
And I
okay.
got Duke over Florida. Who do you got? Casey Waltz.
I had one for Duke, and then the other one for Florida. So if I would have to narrow it down, golly, I'm gonna have to say Florida.
All right, we got two Floridas. What did you pick, Nisa? I went with Duke. You went with.
Duke.
All right, we got two Dukes. We're split here on the podcast. Hey, well, I'm going to make a prediction about Cooper Flag, and we'll remember this 5 years from now, and we'll see if it comes true.
Why would I
So,
remember it 5
You're
years
not.
from now?
You're not. But Cooper Flag
I don't
will
remember
be.
what the fuck I did yesterday.
Listen, Cooper Flag will be a Boston Celtic. He's going to play. He'll play his rookie contract. I guarantee. Once his rookie contract's up, he signs with the Celtics.
Is he
gonna
from
happen.
Boston?
where the fuck that come from?
He's from Maine.
How
He's
is that
from Maine.
relevant?
He's
Okay.
from the Northeast.
Okay.
I'm. We'll see. We'll see.
I see
5
what
years from now.
I see what you're saying, Ti. Like the marketing scheme on that would be like, yes.
Oh, dude, it makes
Have-
so much
have Cooper
sense,
Flag.
bro.
But what he's gonna do, he's gonna get drafted by the Spurs.
Yeah.
It's gonna be him, Webby, and DeAndre
He's-
Fox.
I don't think he's getting drafted by the Spurs. Actually, I don't even.
The
let me
Spurs
pull up.
suck.
They
I mean,
suck,
they
but-
haven't picked the numbers yet or whatever. But the Spurs are they're trying to get the number one pick. They're trying to what's it called? Lose. What's that called? When you try to lose?
They're tanking, but they call it something
Tanking,
else.
They're tanking on
No, they
purpose.
call it tanky.
Yeah, I guess I call that
tanking on
too.
purpose so they can get that number one pick and get Cooper Flag.
Okay. All right. So there we have it. There was the NCAA. Are you guys ready for
So it's Utah Jazz or the Washington Wizards are the top 2 right now, and then Charlotte Hornets is top 3 is where they're projecting he might go.
Well, it all depends on where the ping pong
Right.
balls
But as
fall.
you say, yeah, you're right, because Antonio is there in the 8th spot, right? Do they still do like the top 9 and then is that how I forget?
It's like
how
the
they,
top 14, I think. That's
they
everybody.
expanded
Everybody
it.
that does not make the playoffs is in the lottery.
and they have a chance at the number 1 pick.
Yes, they do.
Interesting.
But you know, obviously, the
Interesting.
worst team gets the most ping pong balls, and then just
That's
dwindles down.
why. Okay, so that's why they got certain teams. Got it. Follow.
Got it, buddy, got it.
And
Anybody
you heard
else?
it here. NBA lottery breakdown. Hope you guys learned something today.
Yeah.
Anybody else have any other sports news?
I don't think
You
so.
know, well, it's something we could talk about next week more in depth, but just to see what Joe's thought is, because I think you like Patty Pimblett, right?
Oh, Patty the Batty.
Patty the Batty's gonna be
What is that?
fighting. Keep going. Just scroll over here.
What is that?
All right. we got
UFC, baby.
we got UFC coming up next week, April 12th, somewhere. I don't know where exactly. The co-man's a little loud there. But no, I don't. You know, the funny part is I know what the main event is, but I can't even remember right now because it's the fight I'm most excited about is the co-main, right? You got Patty the Batty Pimblett versus one of the most exciting, other most exciting fighters in, God damn it, what's his name? Oh my gosh, they call him the mini Mike Tyson, or the UFC Mike Tyson. Man, I'm having a brain fart here, but anyways, good.
No, I don't know.
Yes, help me out here, Joe. You know
Yeah, I
UFC
know.
very well.
I know. I know a few guys, but
Michael Chandler. I can't believe I
Oh,
can't think
Michael
of it.
Chandler,
Yeah,
he's-
Michael Chandler. Yeah,
I know him. He's they call him the Mike Tyson of UFC.
Yeah, the way. Yes. If you ever see him go out there, like in the first like 1 to 2 minutes, he's just like swinging wild. But here's the thing: like he doesn't get tired, right? So he's not going to get out there and swing himself out.
Right.
The dude's a fucking beast. Patty Pimblett, he's having to come up kind of like Conor McGregor was when he was young. It's kind of a similar come up right now. So be a
Okay.
big fight.
Cool.
That was all. Thank you, sir. Thank you for the soundbite help there to juice up the story.
Yeah, yeah.
That wasn't
man.
me.
I like the outstanding hit, like great. At the,
Yes.
at the very end of the
Outstanding.
at the very end, outstanding came right when it needed to.
That UFC coverage sucked.
Okay.
Oh man. that was
All
awesome.
right. You guys ready for
Let's get it, man. Let's
our
get it.
finale?
I know it says we have 26 minutes left, but we've almost been on for an hour. So yeah, let's hit the real quick.
Everybody's favorite segment is Real Quicks. Anissa, you got yours?
I got one.
Whippy. All right. I'll go ahead and lead it off. Let's see. What am I looking at here? Okay. Did you guys hear this? Real quick. You know that pitcher Carolyn Pickens from Tennessee? She threw a fast pitch, 78 miles per hour. His miles per hour baseball.
Really, I thought there was a Gloma through 80, but okay, 78. That's pretty close. That's,
No.
that's fast.
Shut up, Joe. No.
Sorry, here. Get your. Oh man. At least it went into the
Oh,
end.
son of a bitch.
Oh, at least it did. So we're gonna just in case it's
Let's
see.
go ahead and finish up.
We'll finish up just in case, because that's what he did last time. Real quick. After 13 seasons in the NFL, Julio Jones calls it quit.
Oh, did he
And
finally
he
officially retire?
retires as an Atlanta Falcon.
Okay.
Oh, that's too bad. I did. I mean, it's about time, anyways.
Yeah. Real quick, the LA Dodgers start 8-0, even though first baseman Freddie Freeman fell and stepping out of the shower and twisting his ankle, and now is placed on the IL.
Freddie Freeman, the guy that I met.
the American baseball player,
I have a funny story about that. If we have time.
also the World Series MVP, even though Ti believes it should have been Otani.
My nemesis.
Real quick, Alex Ovechkin.
Oh, you
has
stole my real quick.
tied- He has tied Wayne Gretzky, and Wayne Gretzky is in attendance in
Yeah,
the
I
game.
saw that.
We don't talk about hockey here.
I would.
It's a real quick.
Real quick. Former NFL running back. What's his name? LaShawn Johnson. He was selected by the Packers in the 3rd round back in 1994.
Okay.
He was convicted of dog fighting. They took 190 dogs from his house.
190.
190 dogs. Another Michael Vick incident.
I don't even think that people know who LaShawn Johnson is.
Nobody does.
Real quick, KU baseball is ranked number 23 in the country. Go Hawks.
Or did they fall off the map after they were like home running, they were undefeated? I mean,
They weren't ranked then, but now they're.
Oh,
actually
now
on
they're
it.
ranked. Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Real quick, I think we forgot to talk about the red shirts.
Oh.
Hmm.
April 13th.
April 13th, our very first game, and we have a full squad. We have a couple of new girls on the team, and come and watch us there at City Park at whatever time they're going to give us, because the schedule is not out yet. But we are excited and we are ready, and Tricky Dick has been just waiting for that day. Yeah.
All right.
Real quick, Val Kilmer
Oh, yeah.
dies at 65. And I loved him in Tombstone as Doc Holliday. Anybody else remember a good movie?
Oh, yeah. Top Gun.
Yep, that was
Top
a good
Gun.
one. Iceman.
Yeah. My favorite that he played was obviously Doc Holliday.
Doc
in
Holliday was the
Tombstone.
fucking
Yep.
best.
That was the best.
Not a big fan of the Batman one, but
So he's Batman.
Hmm.
Played a couple.
All right, well, good. All right, she said Batman now, right? When I said it sucked, but okay.
Right.
Do the
Oh, wait, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, we should have a suck one. Okay,
Oh, yeah, do the just the girl.
it's so far away. Yeah, it's not her fault. Okay.
It's not her. Real quick, I think we're done.
No, real quick. Drew Locke's father passed away, Andy Locke, and I guess he was a big time restaurateur around here in the Kansas City area.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I
some
didn't think.
girl.
I think what happened? Did he?
He was only, I
They
think,
didn't
said
say.
58. He
He
died
might have
of.
been sick. Or did they say?
He died with family members around. I think they said it was heart disease.
Oh,
So
wow.
natural causes. That was, but at 58, that's
58. I don't
crazy.
feel like it's natural causes, but okay.
no. They said it was heart,
Okay.
heart issues. So
Okay.
okay. Real quick, a former Yankees outfielder Gardner, his son, they all went to Costa Rica, and we did too with my family. And they thought his son passed away. They all got sick down there in Costa Rica, so they thought it was food poisoning. He actually ended up dying. He's only a teenager. Apparently, what happened was once again one of those carbon monoxide poisonings in his room. And
Is that an issue in Costa Rica?
it's an issue in all of foreign countries resorts.
Ah, see, that's
So
why I
sleep
don't.
with the door
That's why I
open?
don't leave the country, man.
No, you
That's-
should. It's
alright.
fun.
I don't think so. I think I'll stay alive.
Okay. Do we have anything else? All right. Well, there you have it. That was the Ask Boys on April 4th, 2025. That was a great show. Be sure to let your friends know to subscribe and like. We need one more so we can go live on Facebook. Like us on Facebook at Ask Your Boys. We see you suckers later. Suckers! I think I did that last time.